Hi, good morning. It's kind of early. Um, a little while ago I made this Leafburst crop and I thought, wow, this would also look good as a dress. So we're doing that now. I have acrylic yarn. It's really not picking up well in this lighting, but it's like orange, purple, gradient type deal. And I already started it at some point, so I have a bit of yarn that is already outside of the cake. And I had to frog that because I forgot which hook I was using. So I'm gonna show you right now. This is a 5mm. Okay. And I'm telling you this at 6 a.m. because I'm about to go to the internship and have a full day away from the house in which I will probably get some of this done. And then I can show you when I get back, maybe. Cool. Yeah. I'm just gonna start making the flower squares and then I'll figure out how I want to extend the pattern from there. I didn't even look if the maker also has a dress version of this because it's I have this pattern for the squares and the lacing now, and then I just adapt it and make it in the way that I find it comfy, which doesn't always line up with the way they find comfy. I also altered the crop top a bit, so I'm just gonna figure it out. But that original pattern is linked down below for the crop top. Use that. It's very cool. Okay, I'm gonna pack my bag and head out. Hello, it is a few days later. I have 4 of these now. They're all slightly different. Well, in the color distribution way. I like this one with the orange in the center. Very cool. And this one. Very pretty. I just got home from the internship again. I had my classes. It's first day again. I think that's gonna be a regular occurrence that I'm just like updating you on Thursday. But I go home. I have more things to do today, places to be today. So I'm gonna take this with me again. I just wanted to show you a little update. But before I have to go places, I probably have time to make one at home. That would be nice. And I'm gonna put these on the blocking board. Okay, the blocking on these is gonna be kind of silly style. Because they're the size of the blocking board, which means the little pins that go slightly in aren't going to straighten the edges. But I don't really care about straightening the edges that much, so I've just pinned it 1 row back in. I care about this having its shape. The edges I'm going to attach together, and that's going to be a different shape again anyway when I'm working on it. Right, this just goes somewhere. I'm also mostly just putting them on the blocking board so I don't lose them, because I'm not keeping all of them in my school bag. And I need to keep track of how many I have, so solution. Gotta make 4 more. Hold up. It was 1 in the center and then on each side 1, connecting 1, and then another 4. Yeah, 4 more. I need 8. Maybe more if I want to put some at the bottom of the dress, but for starting the dress, I need 8. Cool. I'm gonna get back to it, I guess. Bye-bye. Good morning. I have work in a bit, so I've just been chill style crocheting. And Neo's been such a little baby. Hi. She has been hanging out with me all morning. So sweet. We have 5 now, 5 finished. And this one is like halfway. And then I have work in a minute, so I'm gonna get ready for that. Bye. Hi, good morning. Yesterday I finished the last of the 8 squares that I need, so I'm going to assemble these and weave in the ends and then see what the fit of it is. They're definitely bigger than last time, but it's also a bigger yarn, so I should have expected that. Well, it's the same label, name for, whatever. It is a DK weight yarn. And the other one also was a DK weight yarn, I'm pretty sure. But this one is more loosely spun, and I sized up a hook because I wanted it to be more flowy, but now it's maybe very flowy. Oh, I already did the center one on this. But yeah, I'm weaving in the ends on all 8 of these, and then I am sewing them together with, is it a mattress seam? I'm not sure. The way I always do it, I don't know what it's called. Good luck. It's the one where you don't really see the assembly from the front, but on the back you can kind of see it. And then I know what the inside and the outside of my project is. So that's on purpose. Okay. And after that I'm going to kind of sketch out what I want to do for the shaping, because I want it to go wide at the chest, because I don't like having a defined chest area. But then it goes kind of in at the waist and then out for the long skirt, right? And I need the in for the waist to be quite a tight stitch, so I might even single half double crochet that. Because the skirt part is going to be a lot of weight and I need it to stay in place. I might add, well, I can't add it because I don't own one. I might make or buy a belt. I noticed that a lot of my outfits would probably benefit. I could wear my corsets with it. I'm being stupid. I have little corsets that aren't actually corsets. They're like, do I have one downstairs? Give me a second. These things. So like, it's a corset, but it's very stretchy. I could just use these for this dress. Problem fixed. I'm so smart. But yeah, I'm gonna design it around having something to make sure it doesn't stretch out weirdly at the waist area, because I think it's likely to do that, and that's not the shape I want. Probably gonna draw it out a little bit, so I'll show you when I have that. Okay, bye. Hi, okay, so, which way is it? This way. I've assembled the flowers and I'm cinching in the neckline a little bit. I'll show you why, actually. Because I just started doing that and I realized, wait, I should probably update you before I do a whole bunch of stuff that changes the way it looks. It's attached. And it is closed at the bottom, so it fits here. And then this is sleeve, but the neckline, that's big. So I'm kind of like cinching that in. Sleeves, very wide. I knew that, that's the case on the other one too. I'm gonna have to think about what I'm doing with that. But neckline first, because that shape is the most important thing to fix right now, and that will also change the way the arms fall a little bit. The shoulder. I don't know how to explain it. Just that's the first thing I'm doing. I'm still on the first cake of yarn, so in that aspect I'm good. I think how long the dress actually becomes depends on how quickly I'll go for the second cake. It is a lacy, very open pattern, so maybe... Well, it isn't anything yet. The pattern that I'm planning to use is very lacy open. So I'm hoping I'll be fine on yarn. If not, there might be more of it available. I'm not actually super sure. So the first step to cinching in the neckline is getting just a line of single crochets around it and then already decreasing in the corners and then decreasing around at an even interval that I need to count when I get to it. I'm gonna look in for a bit. Hi, I had a dinner break and I got a long sleeve shirt because I got cold. Neckline has been brought in, and I think it's nice that there's now just like a bit more fabric, solid fabric at the top too, instead of just a meshy bit. And I'm starting on the torso. I've got this far. Yeah. Planning to extend the torso, and then I'm just going to start doing an altered version of the ruffles from the Leafburst crop, because that's what I'm using this square from. The Leafburst crop has a lot of increases. It's a short ruffle. I am going to space the increases out a bit more because I would love for it to be a full-length dress. I am dependent on the yarn there. I bought 3 cakes, 600 grams of yarn. I'm assuming that will get me pretty far, especially because I don't need to do a lot more with these sleeves. And I still have a little bit left over from the first one. I'm just starting with a full skein on the body, so there's less color, like new yarn tied on, weird color abruptness. I don't like the abrupt color changes of tying on a new skein of variegated yarn. So I am pushing that off as long as possible, and it's gonna work fine. Yeah, it's Friday evening. I am super tired from this week, so I'm going to put on my comfy TV, sit in a barely lit room, and crochet until I go to bed. Perfect! Amazing, I love that. That's my favorite way to have Friday evening. Well, I could do without the being really tired, but besides that, amazing. I'm also gonna reheat my water bottle, because it's cozy comfy. It's got a penguin on it. Cool. Bye! Hi, it's now Sunday. I've gotten some work in on the dress. I also played some Call of the Lamb, very fun. And I made soup and banana bread. Very good weekend for me. Let's see. This is where we're at. So we have the top, the little straight section, and then starting to flare out for the skirt. I think we might be fucked. Let me elaborate. This is how much I have left of that skein that I started at, like, the top here. It's around 80 grams now. Then I have one more cake of 200 grams. and then like 2 little scrappy bits that I should be using for the sleeves. The skirt part right now is barely past my butt, if at all. I wanted this to be floor length, so I don't think that's happening, but I also looked online, and of course, because this was Halloween yarn and capitalism moves on from Halloween before it's even happened to start selling Christmas stuff, I can no longer buy it. I'm gonna see if maybe they restock it at some point this month, because it's barely October. It's the 5th, I think, the 4th, the 5th. But if they don't restock it, then I'm gonna have to figure out a way, like a stopping point that looks okay. Yeah. A little bit sad. But maybe I'm really bad at like visualizing how long something is actually going to be, or mathing it out, or any of that. So I'm just gonna go until I run out of yarn and then see where we're at. And worst case scenario, I just put this in my closet until they restock this yarn next year, which would be sad, but you know, it's fine. I'm gonna be doing 2 more, 1.5. I'm like somewhere in the middle of the row of this section that I'm doing. And then I'm gonna have this part again with the row of double crochet, triple crochet chain, mesh, double crochet. This section here, first section with that, I did on the 5mm hook. Now I'm on a 5.5, and after this repeat of this pattern, I'm gonna move on to a 6. Then I'm gonna repeat the pattern 1 more time, and then I'm gonna move over to just triple crochet, meshy stuff. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not following any of the pattern either. I'm just doing something, and I like the way it looks, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Fun. I'm gonna be playing more of my games today, working on this, and having a chill time, and I'll update you probably when I finish this and I attach the next one. Okay? Yeah. Bye. Hi, hello, good evening. I finished the first cake of yarn. My laptop is gonna die. Okay. I finished the first cake of yarn, and I put on the dress to like visualize for myself how far I am, what I want to do with it. Definitely not gonna have enough yarn, okay? We knew this already, I mentioned this before, I'm pretty sure, but so you can also see what I mean. Top of it is cute. Definitely want to do something to the sleeves still, to shape them slightly more. The idea of wearing it with the corset does work, I'm pretty sure I like it. Skirt ends here right now. When I block this, it will stretch a little bit because these are very loose stitches, but it's not very long yet. Now if it gets to a length where it reaches to where my medium length skirts go, so like slightly above the knee, slightly over the knee, I will be happy with that for now. And then I will add to it if and when this yarn comes back into stock, and otherwise, damn, it'd be like that, I guess. I severely underestimated how much yarn this would take. That happens sometimes. Usually I overestimate, but anyway, I'm gonna attach the second cake and just start, continue. See ya. Hi, hello. This is how much yarn is left for the skirt part. That's not enough to even do a row of single crochets around. So I am finished for now. I still need to do the sleeves. But let's see. So we have the little increase sections that I did, 2 of them. Then I have 2 bits of triple crochet, V-stitch type stuff. Then I had a triple crochet, a meshy triple crochet, regular triple, and then a row of double crochets. And that's all the length I managed to get out of it. I think it's fine, especially when it weighs itself down a little bit. It should be an acceptable length. It's a lot of fabric. Anyway, I did 1 sleeve already when I got bored of going around the skirt because it was quite repetitive. I just added 3 rows of double crochet with a little bit of a decrease in the weird corners. And I do that on this side now, and then I weave in my ends, and then I'll try it on. Okay, that's finished. I got my tights and the skirt that I would wear under this usually. That's a good length. That's fine. I don't even need to fix this. I was thinking it would look really cool if it was floor length, and I also have a floor length plain black skirt to go under it, but this is fine. I can do a floor length dress some other time. This looks cool. Having a skirt under it adds a bit more poof, which is good. I think the sleeves look fine. Should probably grab my glasses so I could see what it looks like, but yeah. Wait, let me grab the corset. Does that work? I think it does. Yeah. And it still does a little spin. Cool. Yeah, I can wear this. That's a dress. Wahoo! Good level of yarn chicken. I will probably make an actual floor length dress some other time, like I just said, but this one is finished now. I don't think I need to wait and see and remember if I can add more to it next year when the Halloween yarn comes back in stock. I think this is fine. This is cool. Went pretty speedy for my expectations at least, because this is 3 cakes of 200 grams, 600 grams of yarn. Okay, see you next time.